lasagna's in the oven cooking, so I'm going to go ahead and start on our cheesy garlic bread. And since we didn't buy any Italian bread, as the Penguin said, we're going to try these Lewis Keto buns that are 1 carb a bun. Today it's extra special because we actually have a little bit of the curly parsley. Usually I just use parsley flakes. But what I do is I have my handy dandy salsa bowl. This is my favorite thing to do this in. And I'm going to take that butter and I'm going to put it in that salsa bowl. And I'm going to put it in the microwave. But before I put the butter in, I'm going to put a little bit of onion powder. A little bit of garlic, which I thought had the sprinkler on it, but it's gone.
I didn't pull it off. I didn't open it.
Must still be inside the cap somewhere then. No, maybe they forgot that one.
They didn't put one on it.
I'm going to put a little bit of this parsley flakes. Really got to shake this one to get these things to come out. And I got to grab my real garlic. Hang on. And last but not least, a little bit of real garlic. I try to get down in there with my spoon and make sure it's some of the juicy part.
Chef's really good about making garlic
Just
bread.
Like that. This is going to be cheesy garlic bread, so lasagna we're eating is not keto. Like I said, we keep trying to take steps to get us closer to being there. This Penguin's drinking Diet Pop. I have my Nestle Splash with a little bit more flavor added. And this is pretty much low carb too. We're using real 100% cheese, so there's no carbs in it. There's no carbs in this stuff. So basically it's just the pasta noodles that are nailing us today. But like I said, we're making better steps. But back to the bread. I got all my seasonings in there. But I'm still going to leave these out because once the butter gets done, I'm going to add a little bit more to it. So then I'm going to open up my butter. My hands are clean. I washed them before I started this.
Yeah, we wash our hands so much that our hands are just get so dry. But I'm used to that because being a nurse, we wash our hands constantly.
And you can use however much you do. I noticed different breads cook at different rates, but they also take different amounts of butter. You think, well, I'm only making a little bit. I only need a little bit of butter, and you'll find out it soaks in a lot more than that. So,
because if you only put a thin layer on the top and then you eat it and then you wonder why it doesn't taste that garlicky, that's probably why.
So I'm going to start out by using about 2/3 of this. I'm going to put it in the microwave for about 45 seconds to a minute, but make sure you cover it. Otherwise, you're going to have splatter everywhere.
Yep.
Okay, and there's my butter. I'm going to stir up all my stuff now. It took about 50 seconds for mine to get hot. That was 2/3 of a stick of real butter. Well, make sure you get it mixed up good because as you go, you're going to notice that real garlic and everything always settles to the bottom. So you want to keep your spoon handy so you can keep it stirred up. We'll see. I don't know if that's going to be enough or not, but we'll find out. I'm going to take my fresh curly parsley and I'm going to add it now to my butter mixture. That's good. Give it a good stir so it gets blended in. There's nothing like good garlic bread, whether you're having anything Italian or if you're having steak or
baked potato,
barbecue. Good garlic bread goes with lots of things. The best I think I've ever had that we haven't made ourselves is at Bandana's. They make really, really good garlic bread.
Yeah, for sure.
Last but not least, remember there's no shaker this time. I'm going to add just a little bit more garlic powder. And then when I put it on the bread, I'm going to come back and add a little bit more. There I've got my buns laid out. Now I'm going to start buttering. I try to dip from the bottom every time I do and spread it around. That way I pick up more of the garlic and the parsley. The dehydrated or the parsley flakes and at this time the fresh parsley. And I try to make sure I get plenty of butter on each piece all the way to the edge. Now, of course, these are buns, so all I can do on the other side is just rub a little bit of this butter mixture on it. Unlike real bread, which I can put butter on both sides. I try to get it, I wouldn't say saturated, but a lot on it because we really like garlic, and that's about the only way I've found that you can really get a lot of garlic flavor.
Okay, sorry about that. We had a little camera mishap, so we had a warning that come up that said that we had a video fail. So picking back up where we left off, Chef.
Finish buttering the garlic butter on these buns. And we're going to do these in the air fryer instead of the oven or a toaster oven. I found out it's quicker, it's easier. You just got to be a little mindful of how long they cook. Because, like I said about this, how much stuff soaks stuff up, it also makes a difference on how long it cooks.
But to us, it brings a little bit crisper of a garlic bread.
There, they're all buttered. Now I'm going to go back again and just a little light layer of some dry garlic out of this. And they're ready to go in the air fryer. Okay, I'm going to put these in the air fryer at 350 for about 5 minutes. About every 2 minutes, I'm going to check. When they start to get brown, just a little light brown before it's done, I'm going to take them out or just leave them in there. And I have some cheddar and mozzarella cheese here mixed up. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit over, but you want them almost cooked before that because cheese does not take long to melt on top of this. It's hot and your air fryer's putting hot air around it. So when they get done, we'll be back.
All right, this is our lasagna. I just took the foil off of it now. So we're going to let it bake for another 15 minutes at 350 uncovered.
Okay, like I said, every kind of bread's different. I checked this at 4 minutes. It wasn't even hardly brown. I went back at 5 and figured it should be lightly brown. Well, they're almost at the done point. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my other cheese on it, and put it at an even lower rate. I'm going to turn it down to about 290 degrees just to try to get the cheese to melt without browning it too much more. But what I do is I sprinkle on a little bit of Parmesan cheese.
We use a lot of Parmesan in this house, if you can tell.
Yeah.
Even when we're on a keto diet or a low carb diet, we use a lot of Parmesan cheese.
Yeah. Real cheese has no carbs. If you buy processed cheese, that's another story.
Yeah, like Velveeta or Kraft singles. Yeah. I think those have carbohydrates in them.
Even Walmart singles have them.
Yeah.
But then I got, like I said, I got some cheddar, little cheddar mixed with a little bit of mozzarella, she said.
Mozzarella.
So I'm going to spread that around on our garlic bread. Looks good already, though, doesn't it?
Does to me. I can smell the garlic.
Yeah.
Gonna be good with that lasagna and a salad.
Yeah. We have our bowls in the refrigerator, our freezer getting cold. We like making our bowls cold. They do that at a Montana Mike's restaurant. We learned that it makes your salad taste a little better.
Yeah.
But there you go. I got the cheese on top of it. I'm going to take it back to the air fryer. Like I said, I'm going to turn it down to like 290, 300 degrees. And just every minute I'm going to watch it. I just want it to stay long enough the cheese melts.
We'll be back.
There's our Lewis one carb hamburger buns turned into it's baked low carb, keto, cheesy garlic bread. Sorry, hard to spit out. I made enough so we can both have a couple pieces, and we'll try them later with our Aunt Ida's authentic Italian deep dish lasagna.
That video will be coming just right after this one.
So stay tuned for that.
Bye, guys. We'll see you in just a bit.
Bye-bye.